Gemini, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. It's a message for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising sign. This is an energy reading, guys, so take it where and how it resonates in your life. It is your message. And if you're not a Gemini, but this has come across your feed, this is definitely your message because it's an energy reading. So it will only come to you if you called it into you. And it only comes to you at just the right time. And this is where your message begins. So we have some big changes that are happening into your life, and it clearly is stressing you out because of whatever the reason. It could have been that you're just experiencing a loss of some kind, maybe a literal loss, like a death in the family, or this could be metaphysical as well, the sense of mourning who you used to be. This could also be recognizing or realizing that something has to end because of the toxins, or that getting word or news that something is got to stop because this is why you're stressed out, or this is why you're not feeling this is why you're not feeling good. There is an energy here of finally deciding or making the choice or realizing something resurrecting. Maybe that's why you're so stressed out. You thought this would never come back. You thought it's almost like something is haunting you. There's a sense of like it coming back, something coming back from the dead. So it could be return of a toxic ex. It could also be the return of just issues that you thought were long over. This Pluto energy, the death card, is suggesting that this is something that won't be ignored and has an extremely strong pull, and maybe that's why you're worried or concerned. So let me see. Wow. So we have the 9 of Swords here too. So there is a lot of stress involved. This could also be sickness. Whoa, it's a return of an ex. Return of an ex situation, or something that had to do with maybe something from your childhood, someone from your childhood, or an ex-partner. That's what it is that's returned, and that's stressing you out. But what to do about that? Then we have the Ace of Cups. Somebody is offering you a hell a lot of love. Why? I wonder why they're back. Let's get a moon card. You are good enough. This is Virgo energy. Is it a Virgo that's come back into your life, or just the energy of maybe they finally feel good enough, or they feel good enough for you, or they're waiting to feel good enough for you, or this person wants you to see them as good enough. So that's the return. I think it's stressing you out. I don't necessarily think it's stressing them out. It's just this sense of, I don't know why, but they're back. they're back again. Okay, so what is Gemini supposed to do about this situation? Act quickly, because we have the 8 of Wands here. But what's hidden? Be smart about it. Be objective. Don't let emotions get involved. Calm, cool, and collected. Make a decision from a place of authority, as well as intelligence, as well as knowledge. And then we have love, the offer of love, this sense of consideration, the sense of gratitude, the sense of a kind offer. And then we also have a Virgo card. I don't know if you're dealing with a Virgo, but it seems like somebody has headed back into your life full on and full force. And it seems like you're going to make the decision. You don't know if somebody is healed. You don't know if somebody is well. You don't know if it doesn't matter. It seems like you're digging in. There's a decision to go for it and accept this offer of love, or put out this offer of generosity, this offer of like stewardship, almost like I'll help take care of something, or I'll work on something. This energy of almost like maybe even a peace treaty, or what is it? A peace pact? Whatever. It's like a white flag that goes up. This is very specific energy, but somebody feels like they've healed, or cares about the healing. Interesting. Chaos and conflict is coming in the future. There could be a lot with this circumstance or situation that you're setting up right now, that it's almost like on some level, you know, you're setting yourself up for conflict and chaos, even though somebody is offering you this kindness and somebody is offering you this love, and some level, you know that the conflict will return. And maybe that's why you're stressed out, because you still do have an interest or have a connection to this person or to this opportunity. On some level, you absolutely want to receive this opportunity back into your life. But at the other level, you already know that conflict follows this energy, that conflict follows this person. And there is, and that's confirmed. That's why it's come out. It's like God is already warning you or telling you this is where you're headed. Even though this is a sincere offer, this person brings a level of toxicity. Even if they've said, you know, things are going to be different and I'm going to be good and I'm going to be okay. This is a confirmation that that's not the case, just because of what they are, who they are, what the situation is. There's an energy of, yeah, you're setting yourself up for some sort of level of crazy here, Gemini. So, of course, you can decide to do whatever you want to do. And it almost feels like you kind of know, but maybe you can't help yourself. There's a Cancerian, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio involved as well, a feminine here. And this is in reverse. That's going to lose out. There's an energy of giving all your love, giving all your care, giving unconditionally. That kind of shows up sort of embarrassed, public embarrassment, public recognition, being embarrassed. This could be a third-party situation where when this person chooses you, they're going to be hurt and they're going to suffer and there's going to be embarrassment. Or this could have to do with the story. With your story or with your situation. But it does seem like there's just this energy of unconditional love that ends up getting embarrassed or ends up getting let down or ends up getting not supported or not returned. There's just this, whether this is a person or whether it's what you've offered or given, there's an energy of that's where the chaos and conflict is coming from. Something has just been really let down and really disappointed. Interesting. It seems like you got yourself into a shit show, Gemini. It's almost like you're willing to fight for it, though. You're willing to stand up against it. You're willing to fight back and push back, or not relinquish your ground. This clearly matters to you. It seems like it matters to you, and it doesn't really seem like anything else really matters. Like maybe even in terms of how you're even treated, or how somebody else is treated. It's almost like, say this is a third-party situation and you find out about it, or you find out that somebody's going to leave somebody else for you. It's almost like at this point you don't give a fuck. You'll take it. That's kind of the energy. And that's no judgment, but that's kind of the energy. There's also the energy of maybe somebody's going to not relinquish, right? You're going to have a fight on your hands. So that should be something that you know too, that that's the kind of chaos that you will come in contact with. Or there was already some struggle between you and another person, because somebody didn't want to give up, or somebody didn't want to, accept what was coming at them. So there's just this energy of standing your ground, or having the high ground, having the moral high ground. Even though on some ways there's some sort of public embarrassment that is part of this situation. Milk and honey. Damn, this is a prize though. It's almost like you don't want to give up the prize. You don't want to give up Oh, the tribe is in reverse. There's something going on here with the people that you're hanging out with, or the people that you're hanging out with are against this situation. There is a level of almost like taking like, you know, taking what you want and not caring, or not being worried about how it impacts other people. The tribe is in reverse, so could be a lot of unsupportive people around you. It feels like the energy of succeeding or taking something with somebody else's loss. Like, other people lose, and that's why I got my value, or that's why I got what I wanted. You know, it's like, yeah. It's not necessarily going to make you the most popular person to stand your ground and make this decision. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that there's a lack of support when you decide to make it. That is something you should be aware of. Why? Because you're getting chaos and conflict. And so we know that's part of chaos and conflict. Part of chaos and conflict is you're competing with somebody else. Another part is this all may look very bad. Once again, not confirmed, that no judgment as to that this actually is bad, but to say that this is what's coming. Like, there's some sort of fight you've got on your hands. Let's see how Gemini ends up handling that fight. The devil energy is here. There's toxic energy here. We have the death card too. It's almost like you're stuck, or you won't give up. You won't give up because of maybe obsession. There could be addiction that you're going to have to face or deal with. If this is a specific individual, it's like you may be believing in them, but at the same time, they're toxic. They've got you locked down. Maybe you feel obligated, or there's struggles with toxic behavior. Wow. Or you're making a deal with the devil. It's almost like I'm making a deal with the devil by deciding to do this. Isn't that weird? I don't trust this energy. I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how strongly you feel about this, because it's not about popularity, right? I never encourage you to be influenced by popularity of any sort, but there is this energy of, I don't really trust this person. Yeah, there's heartbreak here. There's definitely, we're headed toward heartbreak here. And it's all based on somebody's desires or aspirations, or, you know, what they really want. Let's see. There's leaving. I swear to God, this could not be more blunt. You're leaving yourself wide open for heartbreak. There's something that you're involved in that you're being very stubborn about, that everybody in your life is warning you about, and you're not giving up. That is, they're right, you're wrong. Like, it's legitimately like trying to reel you back in, Gemini, and say, you're leaving yourself vulnerable for heartbreak. You're leaving yourself wide open. You're making a deal with the devil here. And we've got Virgo energy all over this. So it could just mean that you've signed a contract, or it has to do with putting something into writing, or you're dealing with Virgo energy. You know, it's whatever this is, this ain't going to work out well. So let me say this. If you've got a chance, and Scorpio had similar energy recently, if you've got a chance, don't pick up this phone call. If you have a chance, don't get yourself involved in this situation. I'm so glad when readings like this come out, because it clarifies. And I'm so happy when it reaches people, because they're like, oh, I was going to do it. I was going to, my old boss says he wants me back, and I was going to go take that job because he's doubling my salary. He's going to be doubling your hardship. And he's going to replace you and that double salary as soon as that motherfucker can. This is really just more of a convenience of what's happening right now. Because you could tell there's somebody here that lacks integrity. They're not considering other people's feelings. They're doing what they need for what they want at the time that they want it. That's a very desperate energy. There's something in your life that you're dealing with, and it's very desperate energy. And this is energy that will turn because it doesn't have any self-control. Heightened intuition. Gemini, you need to turn it on. You need to turn it on. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. It's like on some level, you're fighting yourself. You can already sense that this isn't going to go well. And then we have control issues. Utilize your God-given strength and power instead of fearing that others may try to control you. It's almost like you're doing this oppositionally, like this sense of because other people don't want you to do it, you're going to do it. Because you don't want to be told what to do. You want to be respected for the decisions that you make. But it's almost like, no, they're telling you this because they give a fuck about you. They're telling you this because they're worried about you. They don't want you getting engaged or involved in this toxic crap again. All it's going to do is add chaos. Could be months of chaos to your life. And honestly, why? Especially if you're right now kind of in harmony with your life and you're in a good spot happy birthday, Doug Danny. You're in a good spot in your life. Why would you intentionally let this energy in? It's something that you're stuck on. It's something that you can't get out of your brain, as if, it's like you see it one way and you don't want to see it any other way. But the truth is you need to see it the other way, because that's the real view. And that's really what's going on. And I think, oh my God, ooh, I don't want you in this energy. I can tell you that right now. Instead of worrying that others are trying to control you, listen to them. Listen to what they're saying. They're trying to get you to not fall off a fucking cliff or deal with shit that you don't want to have to deal with, or you're gonna see it soon enough. This is all happening quickly. As soon as you make the bad choice, it's gonna be evident, but then you're gonna be stuck. And it's not like you can't get out of the situation, but it's gonna be stickier than you imagine once you're in it. Let's go to the extended.